Helldivers 2 is growing beyond what anything Arrowhead could have anticipated, which of course means that their roadmap might actually change depending on how we do in the war. In today's video, I'm going to go over some leaks that just happened about the new mech that is coming to Helldivers 2, as well as the Game Master role that they have at Arrowhead Studios. Yes, you heard me right, they have a dude that is literally a Game Master at Arrowhead Studios named Joel, and he's the one that's been the thorn in our side since the war started. But he's also given us some treats, but I'll get into that. First up though, we have some new gameplay footage to do with the mech. Now, we already knew the mech was coming, we saw it in some trailers, it did say it was going to release shortly after a launch. So the idea of a mech being used by Helldivers is not a new thing. However, on Reddit there was some gameplay leaked of this mech. And of course, it instantly blew up. We've all been analyzing the footage, seeing what it's like to be in this mech in Helldivers 2, and it looks real goddamn fun. And judging by this footage, if it's already in-game and playing like this must mean it's coming sooner than we actually thought. Could be a month or so away, or could be even sooner. We don't actually know, but it's cool to see that it's already at this level. In the footage, you can also see another mech in the background, which means we could all be able to have the mech stratagem and blitz through bugs and robots with our mechs all together with immense firepower, and it will be a lot of fun. And as you can see in the footage, this thing has some pretty serious firepower by the looks of things and has a decent amount of armor. Although, just like the automaton mechs and like the hulks and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing actually has weak spots on it that you have to be conscious of when you're moving the mech around. I feel like on the back of the mech you can sort of see what might be weak spots where the enemy could shoot it or Terminids could overrun you. So that's just something to be conscious of when you get into this mech for yourself in Helldivers 2. Seeing this mech gameplay though did give me an idea. Could we see variants of this mech come later down the line, or will this be the only one that we get to use? Because much like the armor, I could see us using light, medium or heavy mechs in the future. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if we're going to get more mechs or is this just going to be the only one, and what other stratagems would you guys like to see in the game? Either some more Eagle airstrikes, some more orbitals, maybe a new backpack, or even a new weapon. Let me know in the comments down below. But this leaked mech footage is not the only bit of news we got recently. We also got some more details on how the war is actually constructed, how it's dynamic, what things we can expect in the future, and it all starts with Joel.
It's pretty goddamn stupid.
We finally found out who was behind the automatons invading our worlds and responding to what we, the community, do in Helldivers 2. Joel is the Game Master at Arrowhead Studios who will react to what we do and create a dynamic storyline to what we and the devs are doing, similar to that of a D&D, any other tabletop RPG. It's very much the Game Master and the player base collaborating to create this dynamic storyline, which is super cool because I love D&D and I love Helldivers 2. So for that to be the case and see that these storylines could happen dynamically and we could contribute to how they end up is super exciting and cool for me, because I can't wait to see what this game could look like in a couple years time. And like I said, this is all dynamic. This can be from things like giving a stratagem mid-mission to us Helldivers, to the automaton invasion that we just experienced and actually failed. I told you guys to go fight the robots, and I don't think some of you listened because we lost the goddamn major order. But it's fine, we'll get our revenge, and we've already got a new major order to exterminate some bugs, and like that will be easy, right?
You left it?
I got mushed. Now, of course, the game blew up beyond what Arrowhead thought, which meant some planets were too easy for us, but we've also had the opposite, where some planets have been too hard. We got to experience this a lot in the automaton invasion. Some of the defense missions were ridiculous, still are a bit ridiculous, but that's just war, I guess. But don't worry, Joel has already had to get up in the middle of the night to make changes to the ongoing war. Just as an example, you might remember we were given the Incendiary Mind stratagem. Every player was given this for free to use in all missions for a period of time, and well, this was in response to us clearing out the Orion sector quicker than Arrowhead anticipated. So Joel had the idea to give players these mines because, and I quote, "what happens when a faction wins a portion of a war? Well, they mine everything." On top of this, the devs actually are looking into how to make the game better, especially based on community response. Some of you might have seen that planets have been memed upon, especially Malevolent Creek, which has been nicknamed Space Vietnam. Well, the devs have noticed that we've done that. They've noticed that we've made countless war memes, countless videos going over war reports, news reports, everything that's going on in the war in the certain planets that we've somehow grown attached to because we thought so hard to keep them or even just lose them, especially when we lost the creek. I remember seeing a bunch of memes in response to us losing this, and they were hilarious. I can't wait to see more, especially the one about where was Super Earth when Dropnir fell. Might be one of my favorite memes about us losing a planet.
Look familiar?
But like I said, the devs have noticed this and are looking into making the planets characters within the Helldivers universe, giving them more personality, lore, and whatever else they can think of to increase that attachment the players already have to some of the planets. What could this entail? Well, this could entail, like I said, more lore. It could be that we as Helldivers in the community could be more implemented into that lore. We could have battles that we've already experienced and participated in written into the lore that is just straight up canon in the game, which is so cool to think about, that we have that contribution where we could be etched into the history of Helldivers because we fought on the creek right from the get-go. We saw the horrors of war on the creek and we have etched our names into history. That is cool. That is how you do live service games. That is how you participate with your community and bring them into the storyline that you've created as devs. It's that wonderful collaboration that the devs and the community are having right now in Helldivers 2, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop, which is amazing to me. And especially if we somehow get driven more back towards Super Earth, people are speculating that we could see more civilization in the sectors that we fight in as we get closer to Super Earth, which would be super cool to see. More buildings, more civilization, maybe even, dare I say it, more civilians.
No, God!
But that's the wonderful part of this game, is that dynamic war. I keep going on about it. It's just such a cool feature, and the fact that they're looking into bringing the community more involved in that and are actively responding to what we do. The devs are unmatched in this. And like I said, I can't wait to see what the game looks like in a couple years, because it could look completely different. We could be talking about various battles we've had to go through, various planets we've lost and worked so hard to try and get back, but maybe we failed, maybe we didn't. There are stories that can be created in this game, and I can't wait to see them, to tell them, to react to them, and just participate more with the Helldivers 2 community, because it is truly one of the best I've seen in a long time. So what do you guys think of the new Mech gameplay we got to see that was leaked on Reddit, as well as the Game Master Joel, who is being this overarching god among us in the dynamic war on Helldivers 2? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of all this. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Helldivers 2 content. I recently just did a Terminid video where I go over every enemy type in the Terminids. So if you're interested in that, go watch it. Go watch all the funny moments. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!